In every conceivable manner, the family is linked to our past, bridge to our future. In every conceivable manner, the family is linked to our past, bridge to our future.
This is an important quote which highlights how crucial families are to society. It draws attention to the fact that families play an important role in understanding our past, as well as shaping who we will be in the future.
Our favourite families. Television shows and films are full of interesting families. Let's take a look at some of our favourites. Friends. Ross and Monica are brother and sister. Sometimes they feel sibling jealousy, but most of the time they just share fun experiences together. Spider-Man. Aunt May is the sister-in-law of Peter Parker's father. Peter Parker is her nephew. She became his guardian after his parents were killed, and she provides moral guidance to help him as Spider-Man. Gilmore Girls. The Gilmore Girls are a young single mother, Lorelai, and her daughter, Rory. They occasionally get into arguments, but they are never judgmental or critical of each other. Downton Abbey. Violet Crawley's husband died, and she is now a widow. As head of the Crawley family, she passes on her wisdom and advice to all her children, including her 3 small great-grandchildren. What other big or small screen families can you think of? Which is your favourite?
Sibling, a brother or a sister. I have 3 siblings, 1 brother and 2 sisters. Widow, a woman whose husband is dead. Mrs. Brown is a widow. Her husband died nearly 20 years ago. Widower. Guardian, somebody who is legally responsible for somebody else's child. Mr. Adams is Tony's guardian because he hasn't got any parents.
Speaker 1. I've always been very close to my granddad, from the time he and my grandmother used to babysit me when I was a little girl. I feel like I can just be who I am with him, without having to explain my every move, like I do sometimes with my parents. I often go with him on Saturday mornings when he takes his little dog Ginger for a walk in the park, and we just stroll around, enjoying each other's company. I know I don't have to impress him or prove anything to him. He just adores me as I am. That's such a lovely feeling. Speaker 2. I mostly get on really well with my mum, and in fact, a few people have asked recently if we are sisters. Our relationship has its ups and downs, though. At the end of the day, she's the parent and I'm the child, and ultimately, what she says goes. What's great, though, is that if we disagree about something, we usually talk it through until we've sorted out the problem. She's really good at pointing out when I've made a wrong decision, or when my attitude towards something isn't right, which is annoying sometimes, but I guess in the end, this helps me to become a better person. Speaker 3.
I'm very close to my older sister. We have a lot in common, and there's only 15 months between us, so we have many of the same friends. We often watch TV and have a laugh together in the evenings, which really helps me to relax after I finish studying. The best thing about having a sibling you're really close to, though, is having someone to talk to when you're going through a difficult time. I feel like Haley always understands me, and I always feel better about something after we've had a heart-to-heart.
Speaker 4. I love my aunt. She's a lot of fun and I always look forward to her visits. She's led an exciting life. She's travelled everywhere volunteering for causes for the needy. She's done some special work along the way and has experienced so many things on her travels. I love listening to her stories. They teach you not just about the places she has seen, but also a lot about life lessons. She's really easy to talk things over with, and she does it in a non-judgmental way. In fact, she has helped me decide what path I want to take for my future. I've always been very close to my granddad. I mostly get on really well with my mum. What's great, though, is that if we disagree about something, we usually talk it through until we've sorted out the problem.
The best thing about having a sibling you're really close to, though, is having someone to talk to when you're going through a difficult time.
I love my aunt. I love listening to her stories. They teach you not just about the places she has seen, but also a lot about life lessons.
The family member that I feel closest to is my older brother Jason. He is laid back and funny. Even though we fight sometimes, he is somebody that would always stand up for me if I had a problem. Because our ages are close, I feel like he understands me better than my parents do sometimes.
The screen image of somebody. Somebody's look alike. William is the screen image of Paul, his twin brother. They look totally alike. Gregarious. Sociable. Annie is very gregarious and loves spending time socializing with her friends. Prejudice. Unjustifiable. Dislike of somebody different from you. The English settlers who moved to the area faced a lot of prejudice from the local people who didn't understand them.
Gregarious. Let alone. Identical. Wrinkly. Gene pool. Slavery. Mark out. Preconception. Race. Genetic mix. Heritage. Solidarity. Age-old. Solidarity. Tumbling. Stare. Geneticist.